You've probably seen them tucked away in the grocery aisle, small, unassuming cans of sardines packed in oil, water, or sauce. Maybe you love them, maybe the idea of eating tiny whole fish makes you squirm. But beyond personal taste, there's a bigger question. Are canned sardines actually good for you, or should you avoid them? Turns out science has a lot to say about these little fish. Some people swear by them as a superfood, while others worry about mercury, sodium, or questionable canning practices. So, what's the truth? Let's dive into the research and separate fact from fiction. Sardines might be small, but they pack a serious nutritional punch. They're loaded with high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential vitamins and minerals. A single can provides around 23 grams of protein. That's nearly half the daily recommended intake for an average adult. Unlike processed meats or fried foods, sardines offer protein without unhealthy additives or excessive saturated fats. One of the biggest selling points of sardines is their omega-3 content. These healthy fats are crucial for brain function, heart health, and reducing inflammation. Studies show that regular omega-3 consumption can lower the risk of heart disease, improve mental health, and even support joint health. Since our bodies can't produce omega-3s on their own, eating fatty fish like sardines is one of the best ways to get them. But the benefits don't stop there. Sardines are also rich in vitamin B12, which is essential for nerve function and energy production. They're a great source of vitamin D, a nutrient many people are deficient in, especially those who don't get much sunlight. Plus they contain calcium and phosphorus, important for strong bones, and selenium, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells from damage. When it comes to seafood, mercury is a common concern. Larger fish like tuna and swordfish tend to accumulate higher levels of mercury because they live longer and eat smaller fish, which also contain traces of the metal. But sardines are at the bottom of the food chain, meaning they don't accumulate much mercury at all. The FDA lists sardines as one of the best choices for low-mercury fish, making them safe for regular consumption, even for pregnant women and children. This is a major advantage over other canned fish like tuna, which often comes with mercury warnings. Another concern some people have is the presence of microplastics in seafood. While microplastics have been found in some fish, sardines are less likely to contain high levels because they're small and have shorter lifespans. That said, choosing brands that prioritize sustainable fishing practices can further reduce any potential risks. One downside of canned sardines is their sodium content. Many canned varieties are packed in brine or salted water, which can significantly increase sodium levels. A single can might contain anywhere from 200 to 500 milligrams of sodium, about 10 to 20% of the recommended daily limit. For most healthy people, this isn't a major issue, especially if the rest of their diet is low in processed foods. However, those with high blood pressure or heart conditions should opt for low-sodium versions or rinse the sardines before eating them. Some brands also offer sardines packed in water or olive oil without added salt, which can be a smarter choice for sodium-conscious consumers. Here's something surprising. Canned sardines are one of the few foods where you eat the bones. And before you cringe, know this. Those soft, edible bones are an excellent source of calcium. Just one can provide about 35% of your daily calcium needs, making sardines a great option for people who don't consume dairy. The canning process softens the bones, so they're completely safe to eat and virtually undetectable when mixed into dishes. This makes sardines a smart choice for growing kids, postmenopausal women, or anyone looking to boost their bone density naturally. Walk down the canned fish aisle, and you'll see sardines packed in olive oil, water, tomato sauce, or even mustard. So, which is the healthiest option? Olive oil-packed sardines tend to be the most popular among health enthusiasts. The oil not only enhances flavor but also helps preserve the omega-3s and fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D. However, this does add extra calories, about 100 to 150 per can. So if you're watching your calorie intake, water-packed sardines might be a better choice. Tomato or mustard-packed sardines can be tasty, but they often come with added sugars or preservatives. Always check the label if you're avoiding unnecessary additives. Overfishing is a major environmental issue, but sardines are generally considered a sustainable seafood choice. They reproduce quickly and are abundant in many parts of the world. Organizations like the Marine Stewardship Council certify sardine brands that follow responsible fishing practices, so looking for their logo can ensure you're making an eco-friendly choice. Compared to larger fish like tuna or salmon, sardines have a much lower environmental impact. Choosing them over more overfished species can be a small but meaningful way to support ocean health. While sardines are nutritious for most people, there are a few exceptions. Those with gout or kidney issues may need to moderate their intake because sardines contain purines, which can increase uric acid levels. People with fish allergies obviously should avoid them altogether. Additionally, some individuals simply don't enjoy the taste or texture. If that's you, masking sardines in salads, pasta, or spreads, like a sardine pâté, can make them more palatable. Despite the initial hesitation some people may feel about eating sardines, the truth is, they're one of the most underrated superfoods available. Convenient, affordable, and incredibly nutrient-dense. Whether you're trying to eat healthier, boost your omega-3 intake, or find more sustainable protein sources, canned sardines are worth serious consideration. Another major plus, they're shelf-stable. Unlike fresh fish that spoils quickly, canned sardines have a long shelf life, making them a fantastic pantry staple. You don't need to worry about refrigeration or complicated preparation. Just pop open a can, and they're ready to eat. Perfect for busy lifestyles or those trying to meal prep on a budget. In fact, sardines can be an incredibly versatile ingredient. You can mash them into avocado toast, toss them into pasta, layer them onto crackers, or mix them into salads for a protein-packed punch. Some adventurous eaters even use them as pizza toppings or blend them into pâté-style spreads for a gourmet appetizer. If you're not a fan of the fishy taste, adding a splash of lemon juice, herbs, or spices can really mellow out the flavor and make them more appealing. From a cost perspective, sardines are a win. Compared to fresh salmon or tuna steaks, they're far more budget-friendly, often just a couple of dollars per can. That makes them accessible to people looking to eat healthy without breaking the bank, especially in food-insecure communities or for college students and families watching their grocery bills. Of course, as with any food, quality matters. Not all sardines are created equal. Look for options that are wild-caught and come from reputable brands that emphasize sustainability. Reading the label is key. Check for minimal ingredients, ideally just sardines, water or olive oil and a pinch of salt. The fewer additives and preservatives, the better. So, are canned sardines healthy or not? The answer, overwhelmingly, is yes. They offer an impressive mix of macronutrients and micronutrients, come with relatively few health risks, and are backed by both traditional diets and modern science. They're low in mercury, high in omega-3s, rich in calcium, vitamin D, B12, and protein, making them a powerhouse addition to just about any diet. But as always, balance is key. Sardines should complement a varied, whole food-based diet, not replace it. Pair them with leafy greens, whole grains, fruits, and other lean proteins to ensure you're getting a well-rounded nutritional profile. And if you have specific health concerns, talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian to make sure sardines fit your individual needs. In the end, sardines might not be the most glamorous food on the shelf, but their benefits are undeniable. So next time you're in the grocery store, don't overlook that humble little can. It could be one of the smartest and healthiest additions you make to your diet. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more health and nutrition breakdowns, and leave a comment. Are you team sardines or do they still freak you out a little? Let's talk about it more down in the comments section below.